The current professional scene in Dota 2 only really rewards the teams that end up attending the international. That's kind of how everybody judges the success of the year. Even teams at the international feel as if their years are failures if they don't place high enough at the event. Only 18 teams get to attend the international every year, and those are spread out amongst all of the regions. I think last year we had 3 North American teams at the international. That was Optic Gaming, Evil Geniuses, and VGJ Storm. So that's 15 players. Yeah, they're kind of just teams are generally just like a window to advertising, right? Or I don't know, a portal or whatever you want to call it. And if a sponsor, right, sponsors a team, why are they going to want to sponsor a team that gets zero exposure? They're just burning money. They're not actually getting the eyeballs that they want to get. When a sponsor goes to sponsor a team, in most cases, at least in Dota, they're looking for, they want their logo to be at the international because that's where all the eyeballs are, because our game is so focused on this one big tournament that happens in August every year. What a lot of these big teams realized that weren't in the top 3 of North America, whether it be top 2 or top 3 that qualified to the major or to the minor or to the international, is that if they weren't at these events, there was zero exposure for them. So there wasn't any value in them signing a Dota team. The way the system was set up, it is entirely a gamble of theirs to pick up a group of 5 guys and say, hey guys, go after it. And when they fail to qualify to an event, which a new team is going to do more so than not, then there's absolutely zero exposure for them, and there's absolutely zero return on their investment into this esport. And I think that idea scares away a lot of opportunity for teams and players to find themselves livable wages, I guess you could say. And that's kind of what I'm trying to fix here. In order to have exposure right now in Dota as a new kind of team entering the space, thinking, oh man, I'd really love to get into this game, but I don't know anything about it. There's a couple of ways to get involved, and unfortunately, kind of like the biggest way to get involved is to go out and buy one of the biggest rosters at the beginning of the season. And that is a pretty costly venture for somebody who doesn't really know the Dota space, who may or may not be a little bit uneasy or uncertain about how much they actually want to be a part of it. I think it would be really tough to know how much you actually want to be a part of something when you know very little about it. And the only way to learn about it is to actually be involved. So if we can create kind of like these minor leagues or NADCL where teams can have some regular exposure, sponsors or teams may be able to enter and pick up a roster, a more like a less expensive roster, and be able to learn about Dota, learn about its players, learn about the ins and outs of the esport, and just kind of gain experience alongside the teams. NADCL Season 1 is essentially our pilot season. I've never ran a tournament before. I've never handled scheduling. I've never handled adminning. I've never handled I've streamed myself, but I've never really handled production. So this is kind of a new experience for me and a new experience for everyone involved. I hope that by the end of the season we have a very polished product that is both entertaining for viewers and engaging and fun for players to play in. I think that this league, as much as most everybody sees us trying to put on a show and entertain an audience, it's more so about regular competition, creating opportunities for players and teams to have personal growth and reach that next level.